welcome to another live stream, even though for most of you guys it's going to be a replay. So in this video we are going to have a little look at what I think, in my opinion, is the best first hobby grade RC car. It's the Associated Rival MT10. It takes an absolute beating. They're cheap, well, relatively cheap. People always give me a tough time when I say something's cheap. You know, cheap is like a relative term. You know, this compared to say, noise, hold on, you'll get the noise off. Welcome to another live stream, even though for most of you hold on guys. Technical problem going on. Alright, so I've got the iPad open here so I can get you guys' comments. I just forgot to turn the volume down. So yeah, cheap is a relative term. You know, when I say something like this is cheap, I mean in relation to similar things in the same sort of category. You know, if you buy a £50,000 or $50,000 Rolls Royce, it's a cheap Rolls Royce. Doesn't mean, you know, even if you can't afford it, doesn't mean that it's not a cheap Rolls Royce. It's still a cheap Rolls Royce, all relative. So this, compared to like a Raminator, X-Maxx, a Hoss, it's dirt cheap. So yeah, you learned something today. Anyway, I have broken it and we're going to fix it, and it's the same as all the hobby grade RC cars. There's a big misconception out there that when you break something, automatically a certain group of people just say it's crap, it sucks. Well, this is part of the hobby. When you bash these things, they all break. All of them break. There's not one RC car in this room that doesn't break. If you're scared about stuff breaking, you're in the wrong hobby. So you might as well go and watch PewDiePie or something if you don't want to break stuff. So anyway, last time we took it out, we did break it. It's only minor breakage here. I'm going to put a link down below if you want more details about this car. I'm not going to bore you guys with all the techno babble. So link down below, we can get the car from. Also, I've done a couple of upgrades. You should really, if you're going to beat on it, get some RPM arms, because the stock arms, I would say, is the weak spot on this car. So get yourself a set of RPM arms. There's a link to those down below. Also, stock servo, really slow. So I upgraded it to an EcoBoost. Recently, I've not had as much luck with the EcoBoost as I used to have, but they are still my favourite dirt cheap servo. Normally they're fine. I've just had a few recently that have gone wrong. So I linked to that down below too. I want to quickly show you, but I'm going to get some comments in a minute. I'm going to be fitting some of these parts that we broke in a minute, but I just want to quickly show you first, over on my laptop, of when I let my buddy Stempy have a go on it. And Stempy just trashes everything. He's got absolutely no regard for anything mechanical, no mechanical sympathy at all. I've got a little bit mechanical sympathy, Stempy like completely zero. So here we go. I'm just going to play you a minute of this, and then we're going to get to fixing.
Oh, please no. Is that the river in there?
There he is.
There, he's got it.
If you guys have got any comments, I'll get some of them there. Hey, Giffy says good afternoon, people. 4-1 RC says he won one from Tom Lee. Hey, how do you find it?
What happened, Claire?
So this here is actually a video on my main channel. I'm going to put a link to that video down below if you want to watch it properly. I'm going to show you a couple of clips of the abuse this poor little thing can take, and it just wasn't breaking.
Flat out and off, on and off. Whoa,
Hey, Cheese says, can I get the new Sen F450? Yeah, I don't know, maybe. So anyway, it gets worse than this. We actually, you know, after a little while, I said to Stempy, try and break it. Actually try and break it. And he couldn't break it. It just wasn't breaking. Look at that, landing it upside down. It's taking it. Atal says, when is... Right, enough for that for now. If you want to watch that video, there's a link to that video in the description box. We're going to fix this, get some comments. Raminator. What did you say about the Raminator? He said something about the Raminator. I just saw Raminator come up. Oh, when we will see the Raminator back out. Well, I've done a bit of work on it. I've put double shocks on it. I think the damping's going to be a bit too hard. So I think we're going to have to drill out the pistons on there, especially with the double shocks. But it's ready to go. So at some point, we're going to get that out again. Right, let's start wrenching on this. And I'm going to get to a few of you guys' comments on there. Weston says, wonder if he could kill a Creighton. Oh, easily. He could easily kill a Creighton. That wouldn't take him long to kill a Creighton. Right, turn you around that way so that you've got some better audio. Right, what have you guys been up to? Let me know in the comments what you guys have been doing. Steam Train Tony in the house. Oi, oi, how you doing? Yo, 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 everybody. Alright, get that off of there. Russell, I see in the house. We got stock from Manchester. Marcus is watching TikTok and eating candy. Hey. Alright, so the only thing we actually broke was one of these. I don't think RPM make this part. If they do, let me know in the comments. I don't think they do. Joe Pat says, when's the next Slash video? Oh, I don't know. I was saying this to Ian I should get my Slash out. I see Ian having fun with his one. And I would say the Slash is probably on par with durability with this. But this is just so much cheaper. Shane says, did you work out what happened to the monster truck? No, a lot of people reckon it was coming off the bus. I think it happened on the last jump, because I was watching some other people's videos that they put on YouTube. So look, that's the only part that broke, this one here. So I'm watching some other people that put the video on YouTube, and from like a different angle, it landed a bit sideways, and you can see the back end really shaking. But I'm still surprised it broke, because like compared to what they do to Monster Jam, it was like really mild. You know, when you watch what Monster Jam do, pretty extreme. What I was doing with mine was nothing compared. And I've got all the same gear on it. You know, it's not like I've got cheaper stuff on it. I've got all the best high-end gear on that monster truck. I didn't cheap out on anything. Yeah, right. Is that the right one? Left. Right, left one there. Right, yeah. We'll get that on there. When is the next Typhoon 100 mile an hour on grass video? I don't know. I'm struggling with it. I will get it out again at some point, but I don't want to bore you guys with the same content over and over and over. And I tried and I tried and I tried with that. I think it's really difficult to get to that speed. It's probably going to take me like so much work to do it, and it would mean that my other content would suffer. So I think I'm going to leave it for now, and I'm focusing on getting a sausage to 100 mile an hour. You know, I'm not really bothered what car goes to 100 mile an hour off-road. I just want a car to go 100 mile an hour off-road. I've seen a few people mentioning the Queen. What's my opinion on it? I don't know her. I've never met her. I don't know who she is. And it's the same as if like another random person who I don't know dies, you know. I don't know them. It doesn't really affect me. If it's friends or family, obviously it would. Can you create a Discord server? A lot of you guys have said about a Discord server, and I still don't even know what one is. If it requires a lot of energy from my point, then probably not. I haven't got much time, you know, as it is, working on all this stuff and making videos. Tanner says, did you get the property? Not yet. I was chatting with some mortgage people at the minute. So far, the mortgage people are not happy with the property, unfortunately. Because if it was a normal house, it would be easy. So I didn't think it'd be so difficult getting a mortgage on a property that's a little bit not normal. And they didn't like the fact it had a load of offices and outbuildings on there. And they thought that it could be used like for business, which to me is a bit bizarre. I don't know why it matters if you use it for business. They reckon it's higher risk lending if it's used for business for some reason. I don't really know why. I don't really understand. But I got a couple of mortgage people on the case. They're going around some different companies. I mean, if I can't get a mortgage on it, I'll just have to save up and work a bit harder, won't I? Shane goes, where's Raz? I have no idea where Raz is. I always find it funny when people ask me on the comments where my friends are. I was like, I don't know. I don't keep tabs on where all my friends are. You know, they've got their own life. I don't know where they are. You know, unless I specifically go to meet one of them, I don't know where they are. Where is your UDR? The UDR is there on the shelf. Alright, so I've lost some of these little pieces here that go in there. So I bought this little pack here. It comes with all the spares. Part number there. And now hopefully we'll be able to get this reassembled again. So that will go in there. Like that. Yes. I'm probably going to do it wrong. I have to redo it. Oh, Steam Train Tony's on the sofa eating Haribo. Nice and healthy, dude. Lovely and healthy. Beaming drive goes. How much does it cost? I don't want to say because it's different in every country and the price changes all the time anyway with all this stuff. So just click on the link down below in the description and you can see how much it costs. Right, that's in there. And then you just put that back on there. Wheels down says to worry about breaking parts on the monster truck because the parts are hard to get. No, the parts are not hard to get. It's just that when I done my show, I didn't have any. So, you know, it's not that they're hard to get. It's just because they come from the States, it just takes a bit longer. You know, all the shipping companies being a bit long-winded at the moment with customs and all the other whatever nonsense that is going on. Everything's taking a bit longer, and I just didn't have any spares. So I didn't want to risk breaking it and not being able to get it back into my workshop. And also, being like a new time driver, I've never done it before, I didn't want to hurt anyone and go too mad. How do you order your parts? A lot of them from Redfin models. Right, I have to stand this up on end so these little top hat things don't fall out. You've got these little bushes here, look, that's what I'm putting in there in a minute. I'll call them a top hat, I don't know what they're really called. They're like a top hat sort of shape. They go in between where the screw goes, so it's got something for it to pivot on. So that in there like that. And then we get a screwage. Screw it in from the bottom, another one in from the top, and boom, we're done. Tony says, MT10 needs bigger straps, 3S flies out. You must have a big 3S then. I'll just use a normal size 3S, what's the same size as a normal LiPo. So mine's been fine. Osmar says, what happens when you get bored of RC cars? I don't do them anymore, but I haven't got bored yet. I think any hobby, if you get bored, you have to stop. You know, a lot of people, they sort of get bored of RC, for example, but they keep doing it just for something to do. And I think then you're in the wrong hobby. I think you've got to be excited to do it all the time. That's why, like, sometimes if you plan on going bashing, and if I wake up in the morning, I don't feel it, I don't go. Because it's got to be fun, you know, you shouldn't force yourself to do the hobby. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. If it feels boring, don't do it. Hey Kev, do you smoke? No, I don't smoke. Dirty habit. Is Outcast 4 SV2 in the house yet? No, I'm still waiting. I've ordered the Outcast and the Creighton 4S. They look really good. I'm looking forward to giving them a blast, but I'm still waiting. What other hobbies do you have apart from RCs? Oh, real cars. Monster trucks. Spade, really? Right, that back on there. Right, look. Show you before we put the wheel back on. All fitted on there again nicely. Easy fix. Cheap fix. It's a bit annoying that you have to buy the whole pack just to get that one part though, but they are cheap. And if RPM made that part, that would make me happy, but I don't think they do. Maybe we can upgrade that part to alloy. I mean, I'd stay away from alloy arms and stuff, but some parts alloy are good. How about Serpent RC cars? I think they're more racer cars, aren't they? I've never had one. I think they make some good race cars. Stephen says more boats. Yes, we have a Thrasher jet boat. One for me, one for Stem. Right, that's that fixed again. We don't need the rest of that. Right, guys, help me. If any of you guys have got one of these, can you have a quick look in the book and let me know what shock oil has to go in there? Because in the last video, I crashed it. well, last video that we used it, and the shock came apart, all the oil came out, and now it's got no damping in there, so I just want to top it up. So can you guys let me know what shock oil has to go in there? Are you going to drive to Mini E-Revo again? Yes! Oh, cheers Fred. Fred says 40 weight. Can anybody else elaborate on that? Is he right? 40 QT. Rock and Roller RC, how you doing, dude? Someone says 20 weight. Griffey says 30 or 40. I'm thinking 40 weight at the minute. Yep, Jack says 40 weight. Alright, I think 40 weight is what it is. Nitro Noob says 40 weight. Hey, nice one. 300 CST, someone says. It's about the same, innit? Gamer says, do I sell any RC cars? I don't. It always sort of turns out to be problems when I sell RC cars, because I might have been beaten. You've no idea how reliable each one's going to be. If someone buys it and it breaks, it's just going to be problems, isn't it? So, and they're worth more to me to keep on the channel. Yeah, everyone's saying 40 weight. Right, thank you. Right, let's find the 40 weight. So I've got this little Traxxas carousel here with all different shock holes on there. So this is my first go-to place. It was easy to go to, and there we go, 40 weight. And if I haven't got the one that I'm looking for in there, I've got a drawer here somewhere. Here we are. With just loads of stuff in there. Look, loads of them. Got core RC ones in there. Some fast track ones. Just loads. Loads of them. So normally find what I need. Donkey down there. Carpet says hello from Texas. Hello, dude. Marcus says, where's Steve? I don't know. Like I said a minute ago, I have no idea where my friends are. I only know where they are if I specifically am going to meet up with them. X-Maxx burnout truck is possible, says Inch. I really am butchering some people's names, but oh well. English was never my strong point in school. Can't be good at everything, can you? Hey? Kev, I gave you the idea to make the Raminator electric. I love it when people say that. It's like probably 1,000 people told me to make it electric, and everyone claims it was their idea. When in fact it was actually Raminator's idea for selling the electric conversion kit. Right, bit of oil in there like that. I think I probably put too much in there now. Yeah, I'll definitely put too much in there. What is your favourite thing about RC? Says Reed. I just love it. The mechanics. The main thing is just getting out with friends and having a laugh. You know, when we've done the Fam Jam. If you haven't seen the Fam Jam video, have a look at my latest video on the main channel. I mean, the amount of fun we had there. Everyone's positive. Everyone's great. You know, that's the best part of the hobby. You know, and you can still have fun with it on your own. You know, I have fun in my shop here on my own. And if I went out bashing on my own, I'd still enjoy it. But it's just more fun when you can enjoy it with someone. Oh no, it's all leaking now. Lewis in the house. How you doing, dude? Vinny's boss. Jack says Fam Jam was epic. Was you there, dude? Alright, I think there's supposed to be... There must be a rubber little diaphragmy thing that goes in there. I don't know. Does anyone know? Is it supposed to have a little diaphragm in there or an O-ring or something? When I crashed it, it all fell apart. I've got a little shock kit here, but it hasn't got any of that in there. Tony's got a ramp that will kill the MT10, that Fam Jam. Everything breaks in the end. A lot of people still banging on about this funeral. It's like, look, I didn't know the woman, you know. Why do I need to go to it or watch it? Do you magic with Boom? Yes! But then I'll be giving away the secret, won't I, if I do it live? XA1 to the moon, yes, gonna happen. Kev, can you show the battery compartment in a Dumbo? I can. I'm just waiting for someone to tell me if there's supposed to be something in there. There you go. 4 double A's go in there. Anybody know what goes in that shock? Fret's diaphragm, I think. Yeah, I think there's supposed to be one in there, but it's hard to know, isn't it? I don't know where the instruction is. I'd look in the instruction book, but I don't know where I put it. Dave Turner in the house. Hello. Anybody know? Diaphragm go in there? O-ring? Nothing? RC says twin Hurricane turbo. Twin turbo Hurricane. Yeah, I mean, I am tempted. I wanted to supercharge it really, but I know turbo's going to make it faster, so... It's got a diaphragm, says Tanner. Oh. Someone says remove the cap on the other one and have a look. Yeah, I could do, but I don't want to unnecessarily make mess, and I haven't got one anyway, so... right. O-ring. Let me bodge an O-ring in there. We'll bodge an O-ring in there, that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Let's take you next door and have a little look for an O-ring. Oh, hello. I've got a little O-ring set. A bit of a mess here at the minute. I'll have a bit of a tidy up. I think I've got an O-ring set here. Put that in there for now. It's only a basher. I'm not in it, am I? So who cares? Who cares if it's perfect? Not to me. A basher, if it's reliable, it's good. That's the main thing I look for in a basher is reliability. When people tell me I'm doing a shocks, I don't care. Not in it, not racing it, couldn't care less. As long as it's reliable, I don't care. Osmar says your workshop is a dream. Thanks, dude. Everything sort of kind of starts with a dream, and then you've got to sort of try and build on it if you can. That's what I do anyway. Right, that goes in there. Right, that'll do, look. Put that O-ring in there like that. Boom. Stop it leaking. I know all the funny people will be going, no, it's going to not handle right. You've got a diaphragm in there and you've got an O-ring in there. It's not going to handle right. I don't care, not in it. Couldn't care less. Could not care any less. Doesn't matter. As long as it's durable, that's it. That's all you need for a smile on your face for these bashers. Durability. And of course, you know, if making it all perfect puts a bigger smile on your face, and absolutely, you go ahead and you make it perfect. But don't tell other people how they should be having fun. Everyone's different the way they have fun. So, you should do it the way that puts the biggest smile on your face, and let the next person do it whichever way puts the biggest smile on his face. And for me, the biggest fun is just to go out, bash it, not care, and just have a laugh. Right. Get that on there. Any upcoming discounts on the eBay course? No. No discounts on there, dude. I mean, if you're going to make use of the info what's in there, it's cheap anyways. You can make that money back in a day. I'm not saying you will, because everyone's different. Some people are lazy, some people procrastinate, some people just can't do business at all. You know, like with me, for example, I can't spell. I'm crappy at spelling. You know, and it might just so be that you're crappy at eBay. You just can't do it no matter what. But there is a 30-day money-back guarantee on there, so you can give it a go. See if it works out for you. See if you like it. See if it's the sort of thing you want to pursue. If you do, happy days. Maybe you can quit your job and make more money and buy all the toys that you want. And if it's not for you, then, well, so what? You know, you've given it a go. Move on to something else. Give someone else a go. Right. That is that one done. I do want to quickly show. Someone sent me this. This is a fiberglass body. He's got me a letter here to make sure there's no addresses on there or anything, because he might... Right, there. That's where it's from, look. Blackmore RC. And he made me this. And it's painted on the outside. It's made of fiberglass. Apparently it's super durable. I think it looks really amazing, actually. I haven't tried to see if it fits on there yet. We're going to have to do some adjustment to the body posts, I think. Do we? I don't know. Noah in the house. How you doing, mate? Russell says, how's the governor? We went on a curry challenge last night. Had my foul curry. Noah had a foul as well and blew his head off. But yeah, governor's fine. I had one governor action this morning and that's it. Now, we're going to have to mess about a little bit with the body clips, but no, we'll go on. We'll go on, there we go. We have to mess about with a bit, but once they're on, they all line up nicely. Look, boom. That looks really good. What do you reckon? I mean, it does make it a bit heavier. So, and the same on any RC rig, or any real rig in that matter, adding weight is going to put more stress on some other components. But sometimes you have to add weight. So, looks really cool though. Right, so we're done with that one. I do have another one to fix, so we're going to get that now. We can leave him here for 1 minute. I'm probably going to leave him on there as a shelf queen body, because he looks so good, doesn't he? Looks so good like that. I like plain colour RC cars. I mean, it looks good when they put all this fancy stuff on there, but I don't know, I still like plain colours. Alright, next one we've got to fix is this jalopy, the Skeeter. A lot of people really rave about this, especially the Co-Rally fanboys. I wasn't too impressed, really. I mean, it's okay, but I wasn't blown away by it. You know, some people really bang on about saying it's the best thing ever. If it puts the biggest smile on your face, then yeah, it is the best thing ever. But I was a bit disappointed. The front end seemed to break really easy. The arms, I mean, granted I did crash it quite hard a couple of times, but it did appear that the front end does break a little bit too easily. Top arms, bottom arms, shock standoffs. You know, for something that's marketed as an extreme basher, they say it raises the bar in durability. It's like the best thing out there. I mean, I would say this is on the category of like a Mini-Maxx. And Mini-Maxx would, like, durability wise, speed wise, like everything wise, the Mini-Maxx is going to knock the socks off of that. Maybe this will handle a little bit better, but you know, that's not really why I buy a basher. Now, I'm not being a Co-Rally fanboy, guys. I mean a hater. I had this one here out yesterday. This is the Kronos XTR. Had him out yesterday, and I didn't bash it as hard. When I first took it out in the first video, I gave it a full-on durability test, went completely mad on it, and broke it early on. And I do admit, I probably went too hard on it. On a concrete skate park, landing it right on metal edges and stuff, definitely went a little bit too hard on it. So we fixed it, and I gave it a little bit more of a normal bash. And I was really impressed. So I ran it on a 4S instead of a 6S. 4S, this with a 2200 Hobbywing motor in there, that motor there. On a 4S LiPo, that's probably about the same speed and sort of power as a Kraton on 6S. So this thing on 4S is perfect. You don't need any more. It really is almost any speed. It does all your backflips, does all your stunts. It's a little bit lighter weight, having less batteries in there. And I was having really good blast with it. You know, I was still going semi to the moon, but not too mad. I'd say I was probably medium bashing it. Not any full tour, but just a medium bash. And it held it perfectly. And this, I would say, probably one of the best handling bashers out there. I mean, if you compare this to like a Kraton, this handles a lot better. So if durability is your thing, I would say X-Maxx. If handling's your thing, maybe this. If you want something in the middle, get an Armour. But I don't know, I'm really impressed with it actually. Not as an extreme basher, I mean that's a lie. I definitely don't think it deserves that. I mean, with a few upgrades maybe. The chassis is tough. I think it just needs a few of these links and a few other bits and bobs doing. But definitely think it's got potential. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it actually. Alright, so now onto this one. thought, you know, thought I'd better get that in there, that I enjoyed that yesterday, otherwise all the Corrali fanboys are going to go, he's a hater, he's a Corrali hater, he's a Traxxas fanboy, I'm an anything RC fanboy, you know, if it's good, I like it, if it's not good, I don't like it. So, you know, X-Maxx is my favourite RC car because I just have the most fun with it. You know, I don't care that it's a Traxxas. It could be a Tonka toy, I wouldn't care. Ugh. What's the best way to clean your RC car, says John? Oh, dude, I'll just jet wash mine and then spray WD-40 on it sometimes. Probably not the best way, but when you're short of time, that's the way I do it. Alright, so this one here, we have bottom arm problem again. So we've got to change our bottom arm. Top arms on this. Is it this? Yeah, absolute mission to change. You have to take everything off to get the top arms off. Absolute mission. And I'm really hoping on the bottom arms you haven't got to take too much off. We'll see in a minute. Noah says, what went wrong with the lossy petrol car? Oh, it was just a grub screw that fell out. Talbot says, Auto Glen vinyl and rubber care is great on plastics and blacking up tyres. Oh, nice, dude. No, get that shock off of there. Someone to say lipos to plug into Dumbo. I'll just run it on double A's, it's alright. You should have a boxing match with Jake Paul. Nah, not my thing. He's made it his life, hasn't he? And he's a big dude, so he would absolutely kick my ass. So, nah, not for me, boxing. You know, same as any hobby. If it puts a smile on your face, you go ahead and do it. If it doesn't, then don't bother. Boxing doesn't put a smile on my face, but if it does yours, then go for it. Is two-wheel drive / hard to control? I don't know. I've not had one. But they're normally harder to control than the four-wheel drive. Dan just got the new bog hog and loves it. Nice one, dude. A couple of you guys told me to get one. I haven't yet. Well, maybe I will. Any news on Monster Jam entry? Not yet. Not yet. I mean, as we left it was... They asked me if I'd be up for going to America, to their university thing, at some point. I said, yes, I'd love to. And then we kind of left it at that. So... At the minute, you still need a vaccine to get into America, so I can't go. So I'm not going to bother pushing it yet, because I can't go anyway. Hi, Mick. How you doing? I hope you'll get that. I don't know. Have you got to get the bumper off? No, I don't want to take... I'm taking stuff off I don't need to here. That's the thing when you get a new car, it takes a little while to find your way around it and work on it. Then they get easier. Like when I first got the X-Maxx, I thought it was a pig to work on, but now I think it's the easiest thing to work on. He wants to know what you've got to take off. It probably gets easy, but I don't really know at the minute what's got to come off. I'm still learning on this one. You can get into the US with an exemption. You need some valid reason, don't you? Other than like you just don't want it. You know, if you've got some medical grounds that you can't have it, I think you can get in, but I haven't. I just don't want it. Someone else again says, "How do you feel about the Queen?" I don't know her. I've never met her, I've never spoken to her, I don't know her, so I don't know. It's the same as if anybody else random dies, it's the same as that, I don't know them. You know, it's friends and family obviously, it's awful, but if it's someone you don't know, you know. Which you've got to like nearly 100, it's not bad going, is it? Right, that off like that. Waterside Basher says hard case or soft pack lipos for bashing. I think hard case are probably better, but you can't always get them. So soft case can be fine if you've got a nice soft battery tray. And by the way, while we've got waterside bashers there, I was going to show you a little waterside bashers product they make. They make these little cups here, look. They go into an X-Maxx drive cup. Because that is actually a weak spot on there. So let's have a look at the letter. See what they're called. I don't want to share any addresses or anything. No, well, doesn't say it on there anyway. But anyway, waterside bashers. You tell them in the description, guys, how they can find your stuff. Alright, get that off of there. Is that going to come off of there? Did you find the boat in the lake yet? No, and I gave up. It's only a cheap boat. It's not worth spending like your whole bloody weekend looking for it. You know, I spent a couple of hours on it. If you're not going to find it in that time, I might as well give up. Right. And that, this is mission to work on really. Right. Next we've got to get the pin out of here, which hopefully won't be a mission. Any crawler wrenching? Someone just said no crawler wrenching at the minute. I do want to get the crawlers out again, just in my little group of buddies. No one really cares about crawlers at the minute. So I want to go out of them again, just no one cares about them at the minute. Now it goes, the boat would have been long gone with the current. Yeah, probably long gone. You know, if something's worth $200, how long is it worth spending looking for it, you know? Right, that out of there. Next, we've got to get an arm, and that's one thing I like. You can buy one arm, and the same arm fits both sides. I like that. I'm not a fan when there's a left and a right arm, and you've got to buy them both in a pack together. You normally end up with loads of one. Oh, Alex says the governor's not happy. Oh dear. We had a fowl curry last night. The world's hottest dish. Oh dear. How many times has the governor called you into the office, Alex? It's a bit of an inside joke because most of you guys probably don't know what it means when we're talking about governors. No, we're still waiting for the damage. Jason said just drive the monster truck through the border. They don't care if you're juiced or not. No. If you're an immigrant coming in, they don't care, do they? Dave Turner says he thinks he knows what the governor is. Tony says toilet roll in the fridge. No, it's never that bad as people make out. Oh no, Alex has been called into the office 6 times. Governor cannot be happy. Oh dear. Oh dear. If anybody knows what we refer to as the governor, it's a bit of an inside joke. Put it in the comments, see if you know. Hey, 40 says golf course is closed near him, so there's a good X-Maxx place. That's epic. I love bashing on golf courses. Your belly? No, belly's not the governor, but you're getting close. You're getting very close. Are you going to get a jet turbine? I'm planning on. Maybe we can get one and build it in the winter and then Get it out next summer, maybe, possibly. That in there. That in there. Russell says down a bit. That's it. That's it. Down a bit. Russell knows what the governor is. Right, that in there. That in there. Were these in there? Were they? Was that in there? I remember that. Was that in there? Seems a bit long. Oh, no, it was in there. Right. Okay. Pablo says governor equals a toilet. Oh, not quite, but close. Getting close. Right. Got that back on. Sway bar link back on. Get him in there. Bottom arm's not too bad to change. The top arm's an awful job. Open down the shock, no. David says, governor is your bum. Hey, that's it. That's it, David. Oh, get in there, will ya? Get in there. Right, that there. Oh, what was that for? Oh no, we've missed that bit. That must go inside there. It seems to be such a high parts count on this. There's so many bits and pieces. There just seems to be too much of it. I don't like working on it. No, look, there's so many parts to it. There's that. And then you got that. And then you got that. And then you got that. You're like, why is there so much parts? Why does it need all that? And here's another part that fell off. I mean, why? Why has it got so many parts? Is it so that more breaks and you have to buy more? Is that why? I don't know. It just seems a bit... There's just so much of it. And you've got to take so much off to get in there and... Nah, it doesn't quite do it for me, this RC. I mean, it's alright. It's not a bad RC, but... I think maintenance-wise, pain in the butt. Durability-wise, nah, mediocre. What are you fixing, says Alex? I'll just fix my MT10. And now I'm fixing the Skeeter. In there like that. Fitch says it's super durable, Kev. No, not in my experience. You know, I bash a bit harder than most people. So, you know, I tend to find problems early on. If you just bash averagely, then you might never have any problems. Or it might take a lot longer to find problems. But the way that we bash, we normally find all the problems really early on. Hey, Neil says, coolest workshop in the planet. Thanks, dude. Tanner says, first live he's caught. Nice one, dude. Welcome. Where did these screws come from? Oh, no, there's more screws under here to get in. There's so much you've got to take off just to get to one little part. Not a fan of that. X-Maxx, in my opinion, is just so easy to work on. Everything's get out of the ball. Minimal parts count. On this, there's just so much unnecessary stuff on there. Changing the top arm is the worst. You've got to literally strip the whole front end down just to change the top arm. And the top arms are so weak, you break them all the time. I mean, that's just taking the smile off of your face. You know, when maintenance is such a mission and it breaks so easily, that makes the smile go away. So, you know, best RC car, RC with the biggest smile. When the stuff's hard to fix and it breaks all the time, it makes the smile go away. What is the cheapest good beginner car? The car that I had at the start of this stream, the MT10, link in description. That, I would say, is the best cheap beginner RC. And even if you're an experienced RC, you still have fun with them. Probably one of the best all-round RC cars out there, probably. Matthew says X-Maxx is king. Yes, absolutely. To me it is anyway. You know, it might not be to everyone, but to me it is. You know, to an Armour fanboy, he's going to like a Creighton the best just because it's Armour. Just because it's got an Armour badge on there, that's why he's going to like that one. I keep breaking front hub parts on the Traxxas X-Maxx. Try soaking it in WD-40. I don't get many problems on my X-Maxx. If you're breaking a lot of front hub parts, I don't know, maybe you're not fixing it right, I don't know. Because I don't break many at all, every now and then, but not often. We bash the hell out of them. But obviously everything's got its limitations, everything breaks in the end. Nothing lasts forever. It all breaks. You know, you get a lot of people that complain about stuff breaking. Well, unfortunately, you're in the wrong hobby. Stuff breaks in this hobby. But, you know, 20 years ago, 10 years ago maybe even, this could have been the best RC car out there. But, you know, as the competition gets better and you have more options, you know, you can't recommend the same car from 20 years ago sometimes. Oh. Forgot to put that on. It's still a good RC car, you know, don't get me wrong, it is a good RC. It's definitely got some nice features on there. I mean, hopefully RPM will make some arms for it so that they're a bit more durable. But, you know, when... I'm not hating on this car, I'm just sort of comparing it to similar cars in the same league. So, like, MT10, I would say is more durable, easier to work on. I don't know, just nicer car all around, I would say. If you want to spend a bit more, Minimax. So, you know, I don't think there's a place for this car in the market, really, in my opinion. If it was like extremely durable, then I'd say yeah, but it isn't. It's not extremely durable and it's difficult to work on. So, yeah. Yeah. Nitro sausage, said someone. Yeah, maybe. I'm trying to get the world speed record and long jump record with it, so I don't think Nitro's really going to do it. Jason says he's not impressed with his Notorious. I feel like it broke way too easy. Not even close to Kev Hard on it. Oh. Yeah, I mean, different people do have different experiences with different cars. Like my friend Martin, for example, he thinks that he has more luck with the Armour A-Test platform than with the X-Maxx. Whereas I'm the complete opposite. I find my X-Maxx completely durable, and every time I take out an Armour 8S, it's broken, like, on the easiest of things. So, I don't know, I suppose different driving styles might break different things. Do you like the sledge? Yes, I love the sledge. When it comes to sledge versus Kronos versus Armour Creighton, it's a tough one. I've not had the sledge long enough yet, really, to really know. So far, gut feeling is that the sledge is probably going to be more durable and easier to work on. That is my gut feeling so far. But I don't know yet. I've not had it long enough. I've had the Armours for a long time. And, you know, a new RC car is usually reliable. And then after a while, when it starts wearing out, then they become less reliable. So, you know, time's going to tell. But the Kronos, I would say, is definitely the best handling out of them. Bye, Noah. Did you get the new Limitless, says Matthew? Yes! I haven't got any immediate plans for it yet, though. It's more just to have it in stock for when I need it. So that goes back in there. So this is a shock standoff, look, that's broken. Someone's putting a new one in. So these are a bit of a weak spot on these, and some people put armour ones in that are apparently stronger. Find a little M3 nylock. There we go. Any thoughts on Car Show 1/8 buggies? I think Car Show make the best basher buggies. Oh no, M4 we need, not M3. Not basher buggies, sorry, race buggies. I think when it comes to 1/8 race buggies, the Car Shows are the best, the ultimate. You know, I might be wrong, but that's just my thinking. That's my go-to brand when it comes to 1/8 rallycross. Definitely Car Show. They've won more World Championships than any other brand, haven't they? So, I can't get that in there. Brilliant. Yo, mofo! How's it going? Max or Sledge to the Moon? Yes, we can do some more of that at some point. Dan got MP9 TK04, yep, great car. Oh no, brand new RC's got no skate parks in the area. That sucks, man. We're lucky here, we've got so many. I've lost count, there's probably 20 skate parks within like an hour, probably. Maybe more. Right. And then that one there. See, here's a part that I actually like what they've done. They've incorporated that shock bush in the cap, so that brings the parts count down. I love it when RC companies put minimal parts onto an RC. The less parts, the better. It's easier to maintain, less to go wrong, cheaper, more reliable. It's just all round better. Massive fan of a low parts count. Off-road to skate parks kick me out. Well, you've got to go when there's no one on there. Yeah, often when we go to skate park, it's raining. So people will say, oh, why is it always raining in England? It's like, it's not that it's always raining. It probably rains like once a week. But we choose to go to skate parks when it is raining because it means there's no kids on there. And that means we get to go on there and bash. If we go on there on a weekend when the sun's out, it's full of kids, we can't bash. So that is why when you look at my skate park videos, normally it's either sort of midweek when all the kids are at school, or it's when it's tipping it down with rain and they don't want to go there. Mark goes, do you regularly drive far to bash? Not really. Oh no, he's got a snapped off screw in there. He has. Oh well, it's got in there then, can't it? Oh no, hold on, you probably can get it out. Normally within half an hour, sometimes an hour, but normally everything's half an hour away. Alright, so he's snapped off a screw in there, look. And I've got these pliers here. So, you guys go on Amazon, type that in if you can see that. You might not be able to see it, but they're called Niji Shuru screw pliers. They're made in Japan. And the thing is with these, if you look at normal pliers, let's see if we've got a set somewhere. If you look at normal pliers, look, all the lines across here go that way. So when you're trying to grip a screw, it's not going to grip because the lines are going the wrong way. Now when you look at these, look the way the lines go. These are made specifically for getting out snap screws. So you can do it that way, like that. And you can do it that way, like that. So look how easy that is, straight out. As long as you've got like a millimetre or so of thread left sticking out, this will get it. I would have really struggled on this if this was normal pliers. And even just for holding pins and pulling pins out of hinge pins and stuff, you know, out of there, brilliant. I mean, one of the best tools I've ever bought. I hope you guys can see that there. It's spelled NEJI-SAURUS, screw pliers. So I recommend you all get some. Oh, everything's collapsing around here, man. Another good tool that I don't think you can buy anymore is this here. Does anybody know what it is? If you know what that is, let me know in the comments and I'll show you in a minute what I use it for. Masks Master in the house. Hello, dude. Micro builder goes O-ring expander. Yeah, it's just an expander tool. You can put O-rings on there. I'll put heat shrink over it. Sometimes heat shrink's really tight and you can just put it over there and just make it a bit looser. Also, Jason from Redfin, if you've got a body post that's a bit loose and you want to put something on there, you can get a little bit of fuel tube, put it over the end, and then go like that, jump, push the fuel tube on, let go, and it's on there perfect. Really, really useful tool. I mean, I got this from eBay because I don't think you can get them anymore, but it's just, I don't even know what it's called. It's British made. Hillerman Electrics or something. Yeah. Brilliant tool though. Chuck a link in description later, Kev. I might do if I remember. I'll normally forget these things. Let's get a new screw like that. Where's my M3 screws? Here we go. Get another screw the same length. Yep, there we go. Get that back on there. And this cart is back in action. I like having all the cards on my shelf ready to go. Everything repaired and ready to go. So if I want to go out bashing, I'll just pick a car up and go. So at the moment I need to work on the raminator. I still destroyed from the last video, but I've got to order a couple of bits for that. Diff wise, I'm not going to fix them yet because I'm waiting to test the prototype diff cups in the blue raminator to see if they're stronger. There's a bit of a weak spot in the raminator. Make some merchandise of Monster Truck. Well, if you look at my merch store down below, I think it's in this video. If not, go on the main channel. But I've got a link to my merch shop and I've got all the latest Game Over merch in there. Because when I went to the Monster Truck show, so many people were asking me for merch that I thought, yeah, alright, I'll make some merch. Any sponsors? No, no sponsors yet. I mean, it's going to be difficult for a company to sponsor me with the Monster Truck because, you know, I'm not fully sure what I'm going to do with it yet and how many shows I'm going to do with it. So at the minute, I'll just happy having it. You know, my next show booked in is the same show this time next year. If there's any sort of bigger shows coming this way and I get invited to them, I'm going to want to do them. But it's not going to be a full-time gig for me. You know, I want to do some YouTube content with it when I get my new land. I've got loads of plans like that for it. Show-wise, I'd love to do some Monster Jam one day, but at the minute, so far, it's just the same show this time next year. Right, that is that fixed. That's two cars we fixed. What else we got? I think the rest of them are all good, I think. That one up there, the MT8, I'm not going to fix it yet. MT8 up there was a complete and utter letdown. You know, when you bear in mind that the MT10 was so tough, so durable, fast, cheap, and then they come out with an MT8 and everyone's like, yes, it's going to be the same. No, it completely sucked. It just broke so easy. I mean, if you're just going to drive it around on grass, fine. If you're going to do any jumping at all, you're going to be smashing this thing to pieces. Don't even waste your money on that one. Go straight for the MT10. A lot cheaper, a lot more durable, a lot more fun. Drives a lot nicer. That's the one to get. If you want to spend a little bit more, Mini-Max, that's an epic RC car. Well, do you know what? I want to quickly go through all my RC cars and tell you how much I recommend them. So that one there, not at all. Don't waste your money. Mini-Max, yes, if you want to spend a bit more money. I mean, they are quite pricey. And I would say if you're going to spend Mini-Max money, it's worth spending a bit more and just go for the ultimate and get an X-Maxx. But if you haven't got the space for the X-Maxx, you don't want to spend as much, Mini-Maxx is perfect. I mean, I can't fault it. It's just quite expensive. And, you know, for the size of it, this isn't... It's a bit smaller, but not that much smaller. And loads cheaper. This thing I wouldn't recommend at all. You might as well just go Mini-Maxx if that's the sort of size thing you want. Or that. Laminators, I would recommend... if you don't mind wrenching and spending a bit of money. It just seems every time I take them out, it's like the most fun ever. The most fun I've ever had with an RC car with the laminators, but they need a lot more maintenance. And when they break, they're harder to work on. The parts are more expensive. So, epic fun. Not as much fun when it comes to wrenching on them. So, that's why I'd say that X-Maxx is my go-to basher. I mean, I enjoy wrenching on it. The parts are easy to get. If you break it, it's still not too heavy, so you can still walk back with it. If you break this out in the middle of nowhere, you're not carrying that thing. That's awful. Lossy 5, yes, definitely recommended. Super durable, handles good, brilliant all round. Can't really fault it. This, it was really good, and then it started getting unreliable. And now every time I take it out, it seems to be smashing drive shafts. So, yeah, I'd still recommend it, but I need to find some better drive shafts. I don't know who makes better ones. If any of you guys know, let me know in the comments. This thing, brilliant. It's durable, it's fast, it handles good, especially for a solid axle. For some reason, though, I don't know why, this, I would say, is better than the Traxxas UDR in every way. You know, it's a bit bigger, it's more durable, it's faster, it goes over, I don't know if it goes over bumps better, but there's just something about the UDR that's really, really special. It's so fun to drive. On wet golf courses, it's like the best, it's the ultimate. And when you do slow motion, the way the suspension moves, it's so realistic. So that is really, really amazing to drive. And I would definitely recommend it, but not really for bashing. It's not really a basher. This thing, you can bash it. So, I don't know. I mean, I'd say go for that. But somehow, I'll get more fun out of that one. Not really sure why. This Banggood is the cheapest two-wheel drive petrol car. So Rover Baja, definitely recommended. You know, fairly durable, cheap for what it is. Fairly quick, stupidly loud though. This one heads to 30 degree north. That's the cheapest four-wheel drive buggy. I've not used it that much yet, but I've used it a couple of times. And so far, yes, really recommended. It does take a good beating. This thing here, the Lossy Desert Ray, is it? Is it Desert Ray? That one's a Baja Ray. I think this one's a Desert Ray. The front end seems to break quite easy, all the knuckles, so I've had to upgrade it to metal. It doesn't handle that good, it just falls over all the time. So, I don't know, some people really love it. V2 Vid, Mikey V2 Vids really loves it. Vinny really loves it. I don't know, I can't really fully get on with it. SCX6, epic crawler, but I think it's a bit too big because, you know, especially if you play with all your friends, that's the only big one out there really. And, don't know, if you're going to play on your own, or you've got a whole load of friends who've got these big ones, great. But at the moment, I'd still prefer TRX4. That's another Rovan, but it's a shorter one and it's double the price. So I would just go for that one. These, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't really recommend them. The A2S Armour rigs. I mean, they're really heavy. They seem to break really easily. I mean, some people like Rich Duper Bash and all them guys, they have good luck with them and they think it's like real super durable and in their experience better than the X-Maxx. But my experience is the opposite. These break every time I take them out and these things just keep going and going and going. So in my recommendation, I would say no, get that. With a 6S Armour rigs, epic. Yeah, definitely recommend those. Even though if you're going to extreme bash them, you do need to upgrade them a lot. You know, we've just done the Outcast under there. We've done all the M2C upgrades on them and everything. So if you want to make them extremely durable, you need to do a lot of upgrades. The extreme bash ones are a little bit better, but you still really, if you're going to extreme bash it, you're going to have to get like an M2C or a Scorch chassis on there. Sledge, I've not had it long enough to know yet really, but so far really love it. Super durable, chassis bent straight away, which is to be expected with any RC car with a metal chassis. So I put an M2C chassis on there. So far, it's held up perfectly. I'm getting all waffled out now. This USA one, really, really love it. Definitely not for bashing, but so much fun to drive. And yeah, it's not durable, but really is fun to drive. Well, I think we'll leave it at that. I think I'm waffled out. I'm all waffled out, guys. This thing here, I've just put 2 motors in there. 2 Hobbywing Max 4s. I don't know if you can see it. Sneak peek for when the video comes out. Don't know if you can see it, but there's 2 Hobbywing Max 4 combos in there, and we're going to be running that on 24S, 12S per ESC. Yes. Notorious. Not notorious. Infraction. One of my favourite RC cars. Absolutely amazing. I've never actually even broken this one. Because I haven't really crashed it that much, but absolutely love them. One of my favourite RC cars. I mean, I never thought on road would be much fun. I thought it'd be boring, but these in a car park, so much fun. The tyres smoke. You can drift them around. You can do little jumps with them. If you can put titanium screws in the bottom and stuff, you can get all sparks firing out. You can make these things go like 200 miles an hour if you put enough modifications on them, and absolutely love them. One of my favourite RCs. Same with this. Absolutely love it. One of my favourite RCs. These highly recommended if you're a monster truck fan. The Lossy LMTs, I would say, are probably the ultimate bashing solid axle monster truck. They're going to be sort of semi-scale, semi-realistic. So definitely recommend those. And crawlers, I would definitely recommend the TRX4s for the best crawlers. The Armour Outcast 4S and the other 4S rigs, they've just started making them again. I really love the original ones. So now it's going to be fun to see how good the new ones are going to be. I've got 2 ordered, the Outcast and the Creighton. I've got good hopes for them because apparently they've got metal gears in there and stuff, a bit longer, a bit wider, whatever. So I don't really know. I might be waffling and chatting nonsense, but we'll see soon. Slash, highly recommended. They're quite expensive, but super durable. They handle good. They're great fun. Not the best for jumping with those short course bodies. They just tend to take off. 3S Armours, absolutely epic. I haven't got any in here. I've got a couple upstairs. I've got a Granite and a Centon 3S. Brilliant. Highly recommended. I mean, probably on par with the MT10, but the MT10's cheaper. So, what else we got in the comments? Did you mention Rustler? Rustler 4x4. I mean, like the Slash platform, durable. But I don't know. I mean, it's not my sort of type of RC, really. I mean, it's a bit. I don't know. It's just I don't enjoy driving it that much, really. I mean, nothing wrong with it. It's just I don't have that much fun driving it. The Hoss, it's all right. But nothing wrong with the Hoss. I don't know. It just goes a bit unnoticed for some reason. I don't know why. Nothing wrong with it. It's durable, it's fast, it does all your stunts. Maybe I should get it out more. You know, Ian and Cloudy go on it and they preferred it over the Mini-Max. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good car, but I don't know. I notice it a little bit for some reason. Where's the Gas DBXL? Oh, it's out there. I've got to jet wash it. We had it out yesterday. A couple of grub screws fell out the drive shaft and I lost them. I didn't have any spares. So I'm going to jet wash it in a minute, fix it, get some grub screws in there, and then take it out a little bit more, and then get that video out. Any updates on the property search? I'm just waiting on some mortgage companies, Andrew. A couple of mortgage companies are not happy with it. They're having a tough time trying to value it because it's got all these different properties on there, all these different outbuildings, offices, workshop space. It's got like main house, little studio apartments and like little holiday homes on there and stuff. So mortgage companies are finding a really tough time to know what it's worth. So they're still messing around. But, you know, if they lend me the money, I'll have it. Jet engine, are you going to do anything with it? Says Norman. What, you mean the plastic 3D printed one? Yeah, we intend of doing overpowering it with a ripper or something. What's the best budget brushless crawler system? Oh, do you know what? If you look at my last video on the main channel, I had a Furi Tech in there. I'm not sure how much it is, but really impressed with it. It's small, it's lightweight, loads of slow torque, you know, like the Hobbywing Axe. But there's no sensor wire, so it's quite amazing how it can go that slow without cogging. What battery charger do you recommend or do you use? I'll show you. I will show you. Flip you round. Dun, 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 dun. So these are monster truck wheels. I've got to mess about with the hubs a little bit. We're still having problems. These don't fit. So I'm going to grind some more of the hubs down to try and make them fit. I don't really want to grind the hubs, but I've got wheels from 2 different companies now, and both of them, it needs the hubs grinding. So on the last wheels, I've got the wheels modified. I'm just thinking, sod it. I was grinding the hubs. We grind this down here. I mean, I don't want to go too far into this because the wheel sits on this piece here. And if I grind that completely off, the wheel's going to try and bend into this recess here, look. The wheel will sit on here, then you're going to do these up, and it's going to try and, well, it won't bend into there because it's got the stud there, but you know what I mean. It's just that the wheel is supposed to sit on this. And if you grind all that off, it can't be doing it any good. So I'm probably going to grind that down, leave about 3mm on there, and hopefully they're going to fit then. But yeah, charger wise, I'll use the Dynamite Profit Sport Quad. So it's got 4 chargers built into one. Each one is like its own charger. Each one's got its own buttons. It works exactly the same as all your normal battery chargers, but there's 4 banks on there. So I really love this charger. This one you can't get anymore. So I wanted the second one, so I've got 2, so I can do 8 batteries at the same time. So now I've got this ProTech Prodigy, and there might be a link to this in the description, I can't remember. But exactly the same charger, just that one you can't buy anymore, that one you can. So there's that. There is that. We've got to take this bad boy out for a little blast at some point. It's been stuck at the back of the shop for God knows how long. And I've moved the monster truck round now, and because that's going to be away now for probably a little while. That's my main X-Maxx down there. The one that's been used on the channel the most. Yes, yes. Brand new goes, Bugatti is better. What's Bugatti better at, dude? Oh, making a mess here. What's going on? Oh, damn it. You guys knocking all my screws over. What's going on? Hyper VS, yes. Highly recommended that. A really good buggy. Harry said, love to meet you. Well, come to Fam Jam. Make sure you book into the next Fam Jam event. Ever tested FTX Geo? No, I haven't actually. Lewis, back in the house. What happened? I don't know. What is your best four-wheel drive buggy? For racing, I would say the Kyosho MP, whatever it is. Give us your best Borat voice. It's nice. How much? Time to get rid of Lambo and get Model S played. No, why do I need to get rid of the Lambo? I mean, I want an electric car. But not yet. I mean, I quite like that new Tesla. What's the one? The Cybertruck. Really ugly, but I kind of want one. Kev equals Kyosho fanboy. No, I mean, I just think they'd make the best racers, I think. When it comes to 1/8 Rallycross, I think they make the best racers. When it comes to other racing classes, I don't know. I'm not really a racing expert, really, but I think the Kyosho 1/8 is definitely the best one. It's won the most championships. It wins most races, so it's got to be the best, isn't it? What is the gas mileage on the monster truck? I think it's about 8 gallons per mile. It's not miles per gallon, it's gallons per mile. Do you have any Tamiya tanks? No, I haven't. But I did think about getting a Tamiya truck, like a Peterbilt or something, and then overvolting it and making it stupidly fast and seeing how fast we can make it go. Mark says he prefers Ali G. Yeah, Ali G was good, but I definitely preferred Borat. Borat just really tickled me. And Bad Grandpa. Bad Grandpa's amazing as well. I love a bit of Bad Grandpa. Size doesn't matter, Kev. It does sometimes. I mean, you can get 3 times the amount of drink in here, so that definitely matters. I thought Associated had the most wins. Not on 1/8 Valley Cross, they haven't. Maybe with electric, maybe they have. I've got a couple of Associated electric buggies, and they're really good. Turbo or supercharged Lambo? Yeah, I was thinking super. Then you guys all said turbo it because it's faster, and I'm kind of, yeah, I hear you, but I don't think they sound as good. How many laminators do you have? I've got 3 of them at the minute, and I've got the Gravedigger on order. The 8 gallons per mile. That's it. Scamp 8 gallons per mile. About that, you know, especially if you're doing full chat. How much does the fuel cost per mile on the monster truck? Probably about $20 to do 1 mile, probably. £16, something like that. How many AA batteries do you go through? Oh, I don't know. I've lost count a lot. I just buy them in bulk from Amazon. I used to buy rechargeables, but then they sort of get lost and get thrown out, and then you give them to people and they don't give them back. I've kind of given up and just go with the disposable ones now. What are some must-do mods on the SCX24? None. Good out the box, but I have made an upgrade video. I've got the 4-wheel steer one. I've got all the Trill stuff on there, and I've got the Fury Tech brushless system in there. So I don't, you know, they're good as they are, but obviously, you know, you can make them better. Did you figure out Andy's leaks? No, not yet. I'm still pouring out, Len. Ah, are you American, Len? Are you Len from Detroit? Because if you are, I'm going to give you a spanner. We're going to make you a moderator. I think you're the Len I know. Can you do Hyper VS versus a speed car? Or can you make the VS? Oh, you could. Yeah, you could. Russell says, yeah, he is. Hey, all right. Let's go back and find Len. Where's Len? Let's find Len on here, make him a moderator. Moderators do a great job on here. There you go, Len. Len's got a spanner. It's Len from Motown, says Alex. That was great meeting you, Len. Top dude. Hopefully you can make it down again at some point. Lyle says, laminated clear body. Yes, I need to get the clear one and paint it red and put my graphics on it. Kev, what's the best RC car for $400? I don't know, but just get the rival MT10. That's what I would do. If you've got a $400 budget, get one of those. And then you got some money left over for lipos and some spares and stuff. Oh, pardon me. Emily in the house, how you doing? Tanner in the house. Marcus in the house. Joseph in the house. Lots of people in the house. Kev, do you ever travel? Not recently. I haven't been for a while. I've been to Vegas a few times. Really nice one, Len. Thoughts on WL Toys? Great cheapos. HG says, how can we meet you? Come to Fam Jam next time. What's broke on the top shelf behind you? That is the MT8, and I've got the parts, but I don't think I'm even going to bother fixing it because I'm going to do one little fart next to it and it's just going to break again. So I'm just going to leave it there as like the worst RC car I've ever had, I think. Which is funny because this is one of the best ones I've ever had. You know, taking price into consideration. Are you getting TRX4M? Yeah, probably. Have you heard from Sean? No, I haven't for a while. I'm going to have to go and see him. I have to go over there. and say hello at some point. Is Ark open during winter? Yes, Matthew, it is. Do you ever drive RCs on live? Yes, Jenna. Yes, we do sometimes. What's your favourite foods? It says Fizz. Savoury pancakes is my favourite, and at the moment I'm really into my Indian food. I love me spicy food. I'm going through a bit of a spicy phase at the minute. So vindaloo is my favourite. I do the odd file or fowl or however you call it, which is apparently the world's hottest dish. It's a little bit too hot really, but vindaloo's perfect. Thoughts on Spartan RC boat? I haven't got one. I should get one really. Thoughts on Abzima sand buggy? Never had one, dude. Ham says, come to Cape Town, South Africa. Maybe, dude. I mean, you know, my dream is really to do Monster Jam in America, so that's probably going to be my next stop. When they get rid of these silly mandates. They're just completely pointless. I don't know what they're trying to achieve. Well, I do know what they're trying to achieve for that, but we're not allowed to say it on YouTube. Hello from Mexico. If you have a middle name, what is it? Top secret. Certain things are best kept to yourself because they're often used to reset passwords and things, so you're better off not sharing those sort of things. Can we see your cat? My cat's at home, dude. I'm at the workshop. Can you make a home tour? Nah, it's not really relevant to the channel, really. And people judge you when it's on a house, and you know, if you've got like a mansion, then oh, look at him, snob. And if you've got a little house, oh, look at him, cheap ass. So that's why I like my Land Rover. You don't get judged on it. You know, in a workshop, you don't get judged. You know, you just are what you are. You know, doesn't matter, does it? What's it matter? When it comes to the YouTube, all that matters is my toys and you guys. You know, it doesn't matter what else you got, does it? It's not relevant. Do you have Instagram? Yes, I do have an Instagram, and I think there is a link to that down below. When you're getting out in a truck next? I don't know, dude. How much fuel did the monster truck use in the one event? Not sure, actually. Probably about a tank. I don't know how much goes in there. Someone else will probably know. Hey, everything related to everything is from UK too. Yo, dude. What TP motor did you put in the UDR? No, UDR's got a stock motor. Stock motor in there. Do you plan to backflip the monster truck? Nah, 50-50, I don't know. I've heard some horror stories of it going wrong and people breaking their necks and things. I'm not into that. But, you know, when you're in the element and you've got the backflip board in front of you, I think I'll probably just do it anyway. What do you think of the Max V2? Brilliant, but I prefer the X-Maxx. Yeah, Matthew, it was epic at Fam Jam. Camden is from Michigan. Hello, dude. Opinion on new version X-Maxx wheels. I haven't used them, dude. If you mean just the version 2 ones, they come with the 8S, and they're definitely a lot better than the 6S ones. Are you listening to music? I listen to 70s and 80s sometimes. Someone says Vinny and Stemper are hilarious in the videos. Yeah, great laugh with those. I'm really lucky to have some great friends. Backflip. I probably will. All right. When I think about it, I'm like, I shouldn't really. I don't want to break my neck. But then when you're in the moment, you know, you're going to do it, aren't you? Where is your Defender? I use my Defender every day. That's my daily driver. So I've got it here with me now. Why are you not watching Big Liz's funeral? I don't know her, dude. And I don't do funerals anyway. You know, I went to my granddad's funeral back in the day and it was horrible. Now, all the memories I have of him is that funeral. You know, when I think of him, I just think of that and everyone crying and it's so sad and I hated it. And I just to me personally, I don't get anything out of funerals. I just think they're sad, and you know, some people get something from a funeral, and then you should go, and if you don't, then you shouldn't go. But in my opinion, you should, you know, someone said to me, oh, well, you should go to pay your respects. But in my opinion, you should respect people while they're still alive. You know, when they're dead, it's too late, really. But, you know, it's up to the individual, you know. If you feel you want to go or you should go, then go. If you don't want to go, then don't. And for me, I don't do funerals. I don't think I'm ever going to go to any more again, ever in my whole life. Don't like them. Adventures at funerals are pointless. You know, some people like to say their goodbyes and all that, and you know, it might help them find peace. So I think it comes down to the individual if it's something you want to do or not. You know, I don't think anyone should force anyone either way. If you want to do it, go to them, go, and if you don't, don't. Like for me, it doesn't do me any good at all. I was depressed for so long after that. I hated it. No, I'm not doing it anymore. What's the best speed car? Limitless at the moment, I would say. Anyone ever tell you look like Richard Hammond? Yeah, I've heard that a few times. And Colin Furze and Clarkson. You should have a Traxxas fanboy flag. Well, I'm not a Traxxas fanboy. I'm an X-Maxx fanboy. I'm an Infraction fanboy. I'm a UDR fanboy. But I'm not a Traxxas fan, but I'm not a brand whore. I don't care on brands, you know, never have, never will. Couldn't care less on the brand. I care about the product. So whoever makes the best product, I'm going to love it or not love it. So the brand to me makes absolutely no difference. People say to me, Chevy or Ford. Love them both. I don't care for the badge. Really don't. It's not my company. Why would I care for someone else's company? I've got no shares in the company. I don't work for the company. I don't own the company. Why would I care? RC fanboy. There you go, Eddie. If it's a good RC, I'm a fan of it. But yeah, definitely an X-Maxx fanboy. Definitely an Infraction fanboy. Armour fanboy, Traxxas fanboy. Nah. Plans after live stream. I've got some videos to plan. I've got some videos to start filming. I've got to clean the cars from yesterday. Have you tried model rockets? No, I haven't. I've never even seen them go. Have you seen the new Grand Tour season? I've gone off the Grand Tour season slightly, but I really like Clarkson's Farm. You know, I never thought I'd say it, but, you know, I'm not really into farming and all that sort of stuff. But Clarkson's Farm, absolutely brilliant TV. The best television I think I've ever seen. Absolutely brilliant. I don't know why. It's just so good. I think what it is you've got this dude that, like, you'd think would be, like, the worst person for the environment, doesn't care, and hasn't got a clue about farming, and somehow tries to have a go. So, to me, brilliant. Lewis says sausage this week. I want to, dude. Are you going to come along? David says, I think I should squash the MT8 with game over. Yeah, probably. Oh dear. Marcus is on the toilet and ran out of paper. Could be worse. Oh dear. How can I save up for UDR? I don't know. How old are you, dude? What job have you got? You know, I'm guessing you're a kid. So when I was a kid, I wanted a manta ray. I was doing ironing for my mum for 50p an hour. And it took me 2 years to save up for it. So maybe do a few jobs around the house. Maybe mow the lawn for some people. Set up an eBay store. Get a job. I don't know. Everyone's got different scenarios. So it depends. Depends on your scenario of what you should do. Best car out there is the sausage. The sausage is epic. I love the sausage. It's only a joke really to start with. And, you know, cutting 2 armies in half was just to sort of upset the fanboys, but it turned out really good. Why eBay, not Amazon? A few reasons, really. I mean, the main thing is when you do eBay, you get your own listing. You make your listing, you list that, that's your page. And whatever you put on that page, it's your page. And if someone hits buy nows, if someone hits the buy now button, they buy your product. If you go on Amazon, and you go on there and you list, say, for example, this. If you list it on eBay, you got your own listing. If you list it on Amazon, you share the listing with everybody else. And the only way that you get the buy now button is if you've got Prime and you're the cheapest. The trouble is with that, everybody goes cheaper to get the buy now button because everybody shares the same listing. And then it's a big race to the bottom. Nobody makes any money and no point. So the way to win on Amazon is to have your own product. You know, like Raz does it. Raz sells this perfect pass stuff on Amazon, but he hasn't got any competition because it's his own stuff. So when someone hits the buy now button, they're buying Raz's stuff. So there's different ways of doing it. You can white label products. So for example, you can go to a Chinese company. You could go to a Chinese company. You could buy 100 of these, for example, or something similar, and you could get your name on there. Mr. YouTube or whatever your company name is, and you can get them to put it on there. Now you've got your own product. So now you list that on your Amazon store and you've got Mr. YouTube on there. You've got your own product, what's yours. You've got your own unique listing. Trouble is when you do that, you've got to order thousands of these from Chinese companies to get that done. That's going to cost you loads. It's going to cost you probably about 10 grand to put one product on Amazon with your own name on it. Whereas on eBay, you can do it for $1, $2. So a lot higher risk doing Amazon. If you can make it work, brilliant, but I'll definitely start with eBay. Ham says, do you smoke? No, I don't smoke. Yay, Alice has finally got to watch the live. Yo, dude. I'm nearly done now, though, dude. I'm just about to sign off. Any mini crawler videos coming soon? Probably in the winter. Not in a minute, while the weather's still good. Best way to clean RC cars, I'll just jet wash it and then blow it off. But probably not the best way. Can you make more videos of the Hyper VS? Maybe one day, dude. Got so many RCs I've got to do, and you guys tend to like seeing new toys all the time, so yeah. Still being vegetarian, why? Because I don't like the taste of it, I don't like the smell of it. That is why. I had to go to a meat factory once. I was making machines for food factories, and I had to go into a meat factory to install all the machines. And there's all this old meat laying around, and it absolutely stunk. It was disgusting. All my hair stunk of it, all my clothes stunk of it. There was all body parts laying around. It was absolutely disgusting. Completely turned me off. So I still had the odd burger every now and then, but not really. And then I was doing some truck driving for the NHS, and I had to deliver some stuff to Great Ormond Street Hospital in London. And I needed to go to the toilet. I went through all the tunnels because around the back, you know, where you deliver, it's got all tunnels that go underground. There's like miles of them. I got lost, ended up in the morgue, and it smelled exactly like bacon, and that just fully done it for me. So that is why I'm a vegetarian, because it makes me feel physically sick. What happened to your Toyan motors? Nothing, they're in the box over there. Will you ever take Arm Italian to Skatepark? Yes, already have. Already have, dude. 40 or 50 weight oil for X-Maxx shocks. I don't know, dude. Whatever's in there. I don't normally change shock oils, really. I just leave what's in there. In an RC car, I'd rather it just bottomed out. If you try and make your shocks really stiff so that it absorbs all the impact, you're going to start bending shock shafts, snapping arms, snapping towers, snapping bulkheads. You're just going to be tearing stuff out. So, you know, you're best off just having the shocks a little bit softer, so when it hits the floor, you have the chassis hitting the floor, and everything else survives, more than likely. When you're in it, for example, like the monster truck, you don't want it to bottom out, because if you bottom out, you can break your back. So, yeah. When you're in it, you don't want it bottoming out. If you're not in it, it doesn't matter if it bottoms out. What is a good dirt cheap drift car? No idea, dude. What was someone else said about vegetarian? Definitely didn't know you were vegetarian. Love how you never mention it. Like most every other vegetarian or vegan. Well, everyone's got to make their own mind up, haven't they, really? I mean, you know, I don't really like the animals getting killed. But then I drive down the road and I'm squatting loads of flies in the Land Rover. So I'm still killing animals like that, aren't I? You know, when you walk out and you step on a bee or you step on a spider or something accidentally, You know, I think just by you being alive, you kill loads of other insects anyway. You know, all the pesticides they put on crops is killing all the bugs everywhere. So, you know, I don't like animals being hurt, but if I said that was the reason, I'd be a hypocrite, wouldn't I? Plants are alive too. Well, yeah, they are. And people say, "Oh, poor plant." Well, maybe, but you could use that argument. But if you use that argument, if you're going to eat a chicken, the chicken eats a lot more plants than to make that chicken than if you ate the plants directly. So you're hurting more plants by eating the chicken. If you're going to use that argument. But, you know, I haven't got an argument anyway. You know, the reason I don't eat it because it makes me feel sick. I just hate the smell of it. I hate the taste of it. I don't like the idea of what it is, like all these dead body parts and veins and ligaments and flesh. And it's like, it just grosses me out. That's my reason. It just grosses me out. So why would you eat something that grosses you out? You just wouldn't, would you? Lee says, have I looked into 3D printing stuff you want? I have. I did get one, but I haven't used it yet. Vinny's got it. Why is Nitro Gang talking smack about you? Oh, they're jealous, aren't they? They're just jealous. But it's good. I like it when they do that because it just brings more awareness to me. So while I'm out here having fun with you guys, they're sitting there all salty and upset and miserable and angry at the world. So that's their problem, really. Best response to a hater, I learnt it from Jake Paul, it's no response at all. Just leave them to it. The trouble is, if you respond to them, then they take it out of context. Later on, they'll use it against you. They'll only tell people half the story. They'll take screenshots of comments you've said, and they won't show what they said and why you said it. And you know, you could just be defending yourself. They could antagonise you first, cause all this BS, get a reaction, and then screenshot it, and then use it against you later on. So it's just better just to not respond at all. Just they want a reaction. That's what they want. They're jealous. They're you know, normally they're really ambitious people. They've got big goals. They've got big dreams. They're really ambitious, but they're too lazy to take action. So they end up hating on people that are not too lazy to take action. Now, you know, someone that hasn't got big dreams, he's happy with life, you know, maybe he's got a normal job, he's happy with his friends, he's happy with just life in general. He's not going to hate on people doing well. It's people that have got high ambitions and too lazy to take action. They're normally the haters. So leave them to it. No point even acknowledging them. You know, 99% of you guys on the comments, such a brilliant bunch. Such a good community. When we went to Fam Jam, it was absolutely epic. Went to Rossa, absolutely epic. Everyone's so friendly. You know, everyone's there to help each other. Such a good atmosphere. And sometimes you get that 1%, or probably less than 1%, of complete a-holes that try and ruin it for everybody else. And they tend to make the most noise and they stand out because negativity does tend to stand out. But, you know, on this channel, we just delete all the negativity. On the main channel, we delete it. We block them. I'm not interested in it. When Claire puts on Fam Jam, anyone that we know that's negative, just not allowed to come. So, you know, we try and keep it, it's nice for everyone, you know, keep everything family friendly, good for the whole family, you know, kids, dads, granddads, you know, try and keep it nice and friendly for everybody. There's just no space, you know, in a hobby that's supposed to be for fun. You know, we're just big kids at the end of the day, we're just having fun, aren't we? We're just big babies having fun. And some people get so uptight and want to take the fun out of it and be horrible and nasty and ruin it for others. No space in this hobby, just go. Opinions on Tom Lee. Yeah, Tom Lee's all right. Never personally met him. Chat with him on Facebook quite often. He's supposed to be coming down to our local racing club at some point. But he bottled out last time. I think he was supposed to come last time and he didn't come. Waffle, waffle, waffle. Yeah, do a bit of waffling. Russell goes, same goes with Paddlesworth. Yeah, I really used to enjoy Paddlesworth. Hopefully one day we can go again. I mean, there's a group of rotters started going there what put me off of it. But I think they're clearing all that up now. So maybe we'll go again if it all sorts itself out. But, you know, for me, it's just got to be a good atmosphere when you go to an RC event. If there's people there that are going to try and ruin it for you, there's no point going. Kevin Talbot for PM. I couldn't think of a worse job. Oh my God, that's got to be the worst job going. How do you get a spanner, Dave Turner? Ah, personally, you got to personally know me. Is Nitro good to start with? No, I definitely wouldn't get a Nitro as your first RC. I mean, you can. You know, if you really desperately want one, you can. But then really you need someone to help you set it up. Otherwise, you're going to end up hating it. RC Guys has finally caught a live stream. Welcome, dude. Kev, what tyres are on your Lossy DBXL? E. rcmodels.co.uk. I got them from there. I don't know what they're called. Hello from Alaska. Hello, dude. Harry says, I know you through YouTube. Oh, you got to personally know me, and I've got to like you. Thoughts on Bandit? I've never had one, but I think they're pretty good two-wheel drive for a beginner. I'm not really a fan of two-wheel drive. I don't get on good with them. Get a Schumacher. They are the best racing cars. I don't know. I'm not an expert in the field, really. No idea. I mean, I know they make some good RC cars. I don't know if they're the best. You know, at the club I race at indoors, most of them are Schumachers. I've got Associated. And, you know, I can't really tell the difference between them, really. David said we'll buy a spanner off eBay. What about Kev's Lab? Oh, that's a channel. That's a channel that I started originally when I first wanted to be a YouTuber. And I saw this channel called Mr. Gear. He was killing it, getting loads of views, making loads of money. And I thought I'd do something similar. So Kev's Lab was like a Mr. Gear rip-off. And it never really took off, really. So, and I didn't really enjoy doing it as much. I just enjoyed the RCs. So I ended up sticking with the RCs. Maybe one day I'll go back to it, who knows, but at the minute I just want to focus on my RCs and monster trucks and all that stuff. I'm trying to get some comments that are not the same again. A lot of the comments have already been coming out. I've got to go in a minute anyway. I liked your gaming channel. Yeah, I mean, Paul, I might get back on that again. I've just downloaded a game called Beam Drive or something, NG or MG or something. And someone's built an upgrade pack for it, so you can do monster trucks on it. And someone's actually built my truck on there, a Game Over truck. And it's pretty realistic. It's almost like a simulator. And Ash Robinson, who done the graphics on my monster truck, he builds simulators, and I think he uses that as the platform. So it's a good way of learning all your backflips. That's it. Beam, NG, Drive. That's it, FA. So it's a good way of learning all the stunts, all the throttle and brake in the air works. It's pretty realistic. I mean, I find it a little bit harder to drive on there than the real monster truck. But simulators normally are, you know, same with the RC helicopters. If I fly on the simulator, I find it pretty hard. But then you fly the real helicopter, the real RC helicopter, I find it easier. Alex goes, the crashes are brutal in Beam MG. Yes, I know. So I'm tempted to maybe do a few videos and see how it goes. I mean, I see some channels get loads of views doing the Beam stuff. So maybe I'll do it, you know, if I play on there on the monster truck and try and get good at it on there. So, yeah, maybe. We'll do a couple of videos, see how we get on. Lewis goes, what buggy do you recommend? If it's a basher, probably like Typhon or Hyper VS. If it's a racer, I would say one of the MP Infernos, MP, whatever the latest one is, MP10. Live stream Beam MG. I probably will at some point. Have you ever seen RC Alloy Banger Racing? Yes, I have actually. I saw a video yesterday. I forgot what channel it was, but it was a girl that was presenting it. I done a really good job of it, actually. First video, got loads of views, loads of subs for first video. Did really good. And maybe I'll give it a go one day, who knows. I used to do the real Banger Racing back in the day. And that was fun. So I probably will give it a go at some point. When's the next monster truck show, says RC Guy. Next one booked in is the same one next year. I haven't got any booked in yet, but I'm hoping to get some Monster Jam in, hopefully, at some point. Thompson RC says, Kev, your brother's channel is great. Yeah, I mean, my brother edits most of my videos. He's bought himself a canal boat. It's like 60 foot long, quite narrow. And him and his girlfriend are doing it up to live on it at the minute and filming it on YouTube. and his channel is Nomadic Crowbot. So type that in, Nomadic Crowbot. Nomadic, that's something to do with like living off the grid, I think. And then Crowbot is because his girlfriend's surname is Crow, and he's a Talbot, so Nomadic Crowbot. But yeah, they're really good videos. I mean, once you click on it and start watching it, you just get hooked and watch the whole thing. And I know I'm a bit biased because I'm his brother, but I think he's going to be the top narrowboat channel. I think there was a narrowboat YouTuber called Cruising the Cut. I think he was the biggest narrowboat YouTuber, and he sold his boat now, and I think he still does YouTube, but not as much. And I reckon my brother will end up being the top narrowboat YouTuber. I reckon he will. AK, have you married? No, not married. Single and happy. Not to say that I want to be single forever, but you know, if you're with the wrong person, you're going to be really miserable. So it's got to be the perfect person. You know, I'm really happy now. I'm on my own. I'm single. I can do what I want. I can build monster trucks. I can play RCs. I can chat with you guys. I can stay here till whatever time I want in the morning. I haven't got anyone saying I've got to come home. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. At the moment, loving life, and I wouldn't want anything to get in the way and ruin it. But you know, with that said, if the perfect girl came along, then you know, I'd run with it and see how it went. Obviously, it would be cool if you and Barry Masawa from Monster Jam Zombie Truck would team up and found a way to make full-sized monster trucks remote controlled. Barry's a brilliant dude. I've never spoken to him before, but you know, he seems like a super cool dude. That would be a laugh. You know, if he wanted to collab and we was in the area, I'll definitely be up for it. How was the new shop? Good. I'm just waiting to hear from the mortgage companies. Most of them are not happy with it, but we spoke about that earlier. I don't want to repeat myself. But if the mortgage companies are happy to lend me, I think I'm going to go for it. Loads of space there. We got like, the shop I've got here is about 1,200 square foot. The new one's about 10,000, so we've got loads more space. We've got a little bit of land as well. So, you know, for doing YouTube stuff, perfect. Funny how Mark Santa copies you slightly. No, he doesn't copy me, does he? He's got his own style. I wouldn't say he copies me at all. Heavy metal bands start popping up when you search Nomadic. No, not Crowbar, Crowbot. Crowbot. C-R-O-B-O-T, I think it is. I'll get him up on here. Hold on. I'll get him up on my laptop and I'll show you what his channel is. Oh, sorry. I'll probably put a link in there actually. Hold on, let's see if we can figure this out. See if I can get a link in there. Get some comments while I'm doing it. Not Crowbar, Crowbot. It's Stemp your brother. Do you know what? It's weird because a few people have thought in the past that Stempy is my brother, but no, we're not. Let's see here. I'm probably spelling it wrong. Oh no, I did spell it right. The Nomadic Crowbot. Oh, there he is. Right. There you are. Spelt like this, look. There we go. Type that in, you'll find him. And they do all these little boat things like this, look. Let's see there's a picture of it. See if we can find a picture of it.
This peaceful life, I know what you're thinking, guys. All a little bit over the top for a relaxing little now.
There we go. Anyway, if you want to see him, just go on there and check him out. Well, yeah, he does really good videos. He's a really good editor. I think he's a natural. He edits most of my videos now. Now Mark Santo's a Tractors fanboy. I do like his vids though. That's what Alex said. Live says met Chris at Santa Pod. Hey. Did Game Over Spares ever arrived says, have a go, RC. Yes, let me show you. Let me show you the monster truck spares. I still need to get more spares. So I've got 6 wheels. This is the inside of the wheel. So we've got the bead stiffener. That's the inside. And then on the outside of the wheel, we've got the bead lock on there. And how the bead lock works, this piece comes off, look, it separates there and that comes off. The tyre bead sits in there. If you haven't got the bead lock, if say you have a side landing on the monster truck, you can push the tyre off the bead, it's going to fall into this recess, fall into there, all the air's going to come out. With a bead lock, it keeps the tyre clamped on there so it can't come off. So that's that. And we have a complete set of 8 shocks up there, look. All the shocks up there. We've got some shock parts in there, got a rear steer kit in there, got a couple of front steering pumps, some home joints. These here are the bars that are bent, so I've got 2 spare ones of them, even though I'm going to straighten the one that is bent on there for now. But we've got a couple of spare ones. Got spare 4-link bars, upper and lowers. We've got a bigger rear front steering tank, double-sized one. We've got a new steering column because I had to sort of hack about the one on there, so I wanted a spare one just in case it fails. I've got a couple of drive shafts, prop shafts. What else we got? We've got a whole box full of bearings in here, look. Load of bearings in there for the whole truck. Then we got some nuts and bolts in there. And some prop parts. Yeah, that thing there. And in here, we have a faster rear steering motor. I think it's the same one that Monster Jam used. So I need to fit that at some point to get the rear steer going faster. The trouble is with that Monster, when I done my first event with it, I really struggled with the rear steering because it felt so slow. It took ages to steer, but then it took ages to centre up again. So when I was doing my freestyle, for example, if you watch it, you'll see that I was going around the bend and then I was hesitating before I hit the next jump. And that's because I was waiting for the rear steering to go straight first before I wanted to hit anything. And I'm a beginner, I should have probably let go of the rear steer switch a bit sooner, so it straightened up a bit sooner. But it just felt too slow. So, if this should now give it the same speed that the Monster Jam trucks have got, so it should all be good. So in there we've got some new steering rams, just as spares. So we've got fronts and rears, because the rears are thinner. No, the fronts are thinner and the rears are thicker. And then down there we've got a spare diff. And it's got the lock all built in there. I don't know if you can see it. It's got a diff lock all built in there, all ready to go. And then I've got a whole load of planetaries and stuff that are at my friends at the moment. Because we jet washed them down there, got all the oil off and making them nice. If you want a truck fell over, would you do a big footage? I'll give it a go. Kevin T says hello from North Dakota, USA, hello. Why you love RC cars as Traxxas 12s? Ah, dude, I've loved RCs all my life, ever since I knew what they were. I remember as a kid, as far back as I can remember, I remember walking through towns with my parents, with my grandparents, walking past a hobby shop and seeing them in there. It was just wow. And, we could never really afford them, so I could never have one really when I was that young. But then, as I got older, I saved up for the manta ray. It took me about 2 years to save up for it, doing ironing for my mum at 50p an hour. And eventually I got one, and I still love RC cars now. Lucky enough to have made it my job. And I just love anything performance, monster trucks, fast cars, Land Rovers, RC cars, just love it all. Where is your new property? I'm not going to share that, dude. It's near London, though. It's near London. That's as pinpointed as you're going to get. Only trouble with London is property is like stupidly expensive. If I moved sort of up north a little bit, I could probably get something much better for half the price. But I want to stay near the family and friends and everything. Everywhere we go sort of around here. So I want to stay around here really. When will you move? Says have a go RC. Well, it all depends on the mortgage company, dude. Have you ever got bullied? Yeah, I've been bullied at school. There's one dude used to bully me quite often. And went on for a couple of years. And then in the end I lost my cool. Absolutely destroyed him. Can't really say I knew what I'd done to him, but he didn't bully me anymore after that, and neither did his mates. So So that was it. That was it with that, really. You must be mad to move to London. I'm not moving to London. I'm sort of on the outskirts, so it's not in London, but it's near London. You know, I'm not going to tell you guys exactly where it is, but it's not too far from London. I don't like it in London. It's too busy and too expensive, and you don't get much land. So, no, some people love London. They love all the hustle and bustle, or some people want to be there because they work there, but not for me. Put the red thing body post on the monster truck. You know, if I do an RC video making the big monster truck RC, then I will. But I won't leave them on there. Did you go test the longest car again? Yes, a few times. And I'm waiting for it to go 100 miles an hour before I put the video out. Otherwise, I can't keep making the same videos. I've done 97 with it. And at the moment, it appears to be getting slower and slower and slower, everything I'm doing to it. So there's no point putting videos up with it going slower than 97. So the goal for me is 100. So once it gets 100, video. Washington State, USA is very proud of your monster truck success. Your buddy Mike. Way, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Bye, BW. I'm going to go as well in a minute, dude. I'm going to go in a minute, dude. Drink's gone. Will you make a 100 mile an hour boat? Yeah, I mean, I've got one that should, in theory, do 110 if I change the propellers. So I need to get the props and then do that. But probably be next year, that one now. Do you plan to fly more helis this year? No, not really. I used to be really into them. I wasted all my money on them. I used to spend about £1 a week fixing them. And I decided I wanted a monster truck instead. So I sold all my helicopters, and all the money I spent fixing them, I saved up to build a monster truck. And now I've got a monster truck. So, yeah, I will fly them occasionally, but I can't get back into them like I did before. You should build a replica of your monster truck. Yes, I've got a few plans of replicas. So we've got this one here, which is a Furitech monster truck. You can buy them on the Furitech monster truck, on the Furitech website. Also, CCXRC, Tony, he's got an RC shop, online shop, and he sells these as well on there. And he actually made me this body. So big shout out to Tony, CCXRC. So head over there, say hello to him. And I just got to get some stickers made up for this, and it'll be a replica of mine. Also, laminator down there, the blue one. That one is going to get a red body and livery. And I want to do an LMT10 as well, replica of my truck. So there'll be 3 of them. How many boats to tow a Crowbot boat? I reckon one would do it. I reckon one RC, that's actually a good video. But I reckon one RC boat would tow the Crowbot boat, I reckon. I'm going to, yeah, good idea. Let me write that down now, actually, so I don't forget. Yep, I'll have a little chat with my brother about that and we'll do it. But I reckon one RC boat will tow it, I reckon. What your favourite video you filmed? Oh, there's been a few, dude. I don't know any one in particular, but one of them was when we went to an army base, an old derelict army base, and it never got many views. But that's over on the main channel, probably about 4 years ago, maybe. And I thought at the time it was one of my best videos. Now I can see why it didn't do well, because I've learned more now with YouTube, but still one of my favourite videos, I reckon. Jump X-Maxx over river. Yeah, we can do that. Do you have an Axial SCX10? I don't have one, no. Swamp Thing Tug of War. I think that's a recipe for blowing parts, isn't it? Doing tug of wars. Redo the army base video. Well, it's not there anymore. I think they've knocked it all down and put houses there now. And if I just re-edit it and re-upload it, then people don't like that. They want fresh content. And, you know, I get it. I want fresh content as well. I don't want to see content that's 4 years old re-edited. I want to see new stuff. What was the hardest video to film? Don't know. None of them really, I don't think. I mean, I just film on the phone, so it's quite easy. I mean, where the skill comes into it is the editing part of it, really. Filming, it's the easy bit. Convert the Hyper MT to electric? No. No. Definitely no. The reason I got the Hyper MT is because I wanted a nitro monster truck, and they didn't make Savages at the time because HPI was going down the pan, and I thought that could be a good replacement. But there's so many RCs that are better than the Hyper MT, and I've already got electric ones. You know, I've got the X-Maxx, I've got the E-Reaver, I've got a Sledge. You know, I've already got electric RCs in that sort of category that are way better. So to convert that to electric as well is just pointless. I wouldn't even use it. It's pointless. So no, I want to keep it nitro. I've got many electrics anyway. So what few nitros I do have, I want to keep them nitro. Is Raminator fixed? No, not yet. Do you edit your videos or send them out? Well, I edit some, and my brother edits most of them. Holla, lizard! Holla! Do you like Australian cars? Don't know. Do they make any cars? What cars do Australians make? Have you ever been to USA? Says Hunter RC Bashing. Yep, 4 times. To Vegas. MW is excited to see the possible new product property. Yeah, I'm excited as well, dude. But I don't want to get too excited because the mortgage company might not want to do it. TRX4 driving on water. I've got paddle tyres for it, so maybe it could work. Ford Falcon is cool. Oh yeah, they do make some Fords over there, don't they? But are there any specific Australian car brands though? I mean, they make Fords in most countries, don't they? They make them in Germany and England and America. But are there any specific Australian car brands? TRX4 that can float on water. Maybe. Have you tried the jump shot? No, I haven't. No reason. Well, the reason is it's a bit sort of low grade compared to, you know, X-Maxes and things. Holdens. Oh yeah, you got the Holdens. Are they actually an American brand? I mean, Australian brand. Lee says, are you going to try any of the drag racing cars? I don't know. I've got the drag slash. I've used it a couple of times, but I'm not really into them. Holden. Is Holden actually an Australian brand, or is it just a Australian variant? Just to rebrand it, Vauxhall. Yeah, and you know, same as Opel, isn't it? Vauxhall and all that. Good day, mate, says Harry. Good day. Rebranded Vauxhall, yeah, an Opel then. HG says, gotta go, bye dude. Yep, on that note, I'm going to go as well. People, thanks for dropping by in the live stream. Couple of hours, that's pretty long for me. Mine normally go for about an hour and a half. So, yep, I'm done here. Maybe some more live streams soon, don't know when something is fixing. I'm sure I'll do a live stream of it. Main channel, we've got a couple of videos coming out over the next few days. So thanks everyone for being here. Thanks for being awesome. Thanks for being friendly and positive in the RC community. And I'll see you all again soon. See you later, guys. Bye.